All right. So let's go. Let's start. Good evening to all of you guys. Welcome back again. This, I think, is the ninth session in the series of Big Bull. Uh, I hope you guys are learning well. I hope you guys are enjoying the sessions. It is going to be a little, how to say the right word is academic. So it's not entertainment, but it is a little bit of academia. So you have to approach it from that perspective. Now, Sandeep Boradi had asked a question, and the question was, I'm going to read it out for everyone. The question is, can you explain asymmetrical risk reward ratio? Okay. So I am going to explain risk reward this manner. So there is always you can quantify risk and you can quantify reward. Okay. To give you an example, if you're riding a cycle, okay. Now, if you're riding a cycle, the amount of pleasure that you get, the amount of enjoyment that you get, is called as reward. But if you happen to have an accident, then it is risk. Correct or not? So if you ride the cycle very slowly, the chances of you falling down is going to be less. And even if you do fall down, okay, you won't get hurt so much because you are riding it slowly and you have control over it. So the risk is smaller, but there is reward. But on the other hand, if you if you are being not very smart about it, and if you ride the cycle extremely fast, so the reward is that you're going to have a lot of fun. So the reward is large, but the risk is also larger because if you fall down, then you are going to get massively hurt, right? So two examples. Example number one, where you ride slowly, so the risk is small, but the reward is large. So risk is small, reward is large. It is not symmetrical. Am I right or wrong? 1 unit of risk, 5 units of fun or reward. On the other hand, if you are riding fast, the risk is also higher. So the risk is almost equal to reward, right? So if you fall down, then you might break your hand or something, or you might get into big trouble. So the risk and reward is almost similar. So now the risk and reward is symmetrical. So here the risk and reward is symmetrical. In the earlier case, the risk and reward is asymmetrical. Correct? You guys get this? So this is what is called as a asymmetrical risk and reward. So for X amount of reward, you take the risk of, or let's say for a reward points of 10, you take a risk of 1. You take a risk of 1 for the reward points of 10 is equal to asymmetrical risk reward. For 1 point of risk, you are getting 10 points of reward. It's not symmetrical. But on the same time, if you take 10 points of risk to get 10 points of reward, then the risk is symmetrical. So you don't want to get into a symmetrical risk reward ratio because for similar risk, you are getting only similar returns. But what I would want to do as a smart guy is I want to take very little risk, but I want to get a lot of reward. Am I right? You guys are getting this? So risk reward. To give you another example, nowadays there is COVID everywhere, right? Now all of us want to go out of the house because we feel that we should not be at home. But the risk is huge, but reward is very small. So the risk is huge, reward is very small. It is asymmetrical risk reward ratio in the favor of risk. So you don't want to take that risk. But on the other hand, if there was no COVID situation, you could go out and nothing would happen to you. So the risk is very, very tiny, but the reward is huge. So this is what is called as asymmetrical risk reward ratio. And as a professional investor or a professional trader, we always take asymmetrical risk reward ratio where the risk is very small, but the reward is very large. I will explain to you guys, students, in another manner. Let's say, for example, you have your final exam. Okay, you have your final exam and you have to study. And instead of studying in the final exam, you are wasting your time on your phone. You are wasting your time playing games. You are wasting your time chatting. So what is the risk? The risk is that you will fail. The risk is very, very high. But what is the reward? The reward is very tiny. You are just going to be chatting with your friends and just get this much of fun. The risk is very high, but the reward is very low. but the which is called as asymmetrical reward ratio. Means it is in the favor of risk, so you don't want to do that. But on the other hand, if you say that you are going to study very hard right now, and and you are not going to be doing any of these funny things like chatting on the phone or playing on the phone or doing, I don't know, whatever you guys do, the risk is very small but the reward is large. So you always want to be associated with a asymmetrical risk reward ratio where the risk is a lot higher than the reward. Everybody clear? I've given you multiple examples so that you understand it. So if you're smart, okay, and this is what I teach my son. Always operate in a situation where the risk reward ratio is asymmetrical in the in towards a reward. So the reward has to be at least 4 or 5 times more than the risk that you take, not the other way around. You can't have a risk of 5 times and reward is 1 time. It cannot happen. You understood? So risk reward ratio should be a symmetrical risk reward ratio. Any other questions that you want to ask me? So Tamanna Jangir has asked me a question. Can I make profits in a bear market? And the answer is absolutely yes. You can make profits in a bear market. And I think I have explained this to you. It is called as shorting. So if you have not attended that session, I would suggest there are 8 more videos kept in the group. Go and have a look at those 8 more videos where I have explained how to short in the market. And when you short in the market, you are actually going to make money while you short in the market. So that is what is called as making money in a bear market. Is that okay, Tamanna? Where are you? Clear? Okay, so Rehan Krutika is asking me a question. What is more preferable, bear market or bull market? So there is nothing called as a preferable bull or bear market. Okay, you can make money in a bull market. You can make money in a bear market. You just need to know how to. But most of the market only know how to make money in a bull market. They don't know how to make money in a bear market because they don't learn it. Right? So today is what I'm going to explain that to you. So most of the people are oriented towards making money in a bull market because they don't know that they can make money in a bear market and they don't know how to do it. But bear market, you can make a lot of money very quickly in a bear market, but there has to be strategies because the risk is also very high. So you can make a lot of money in a bear market very quickly, provided you know how to do it. But most of the people don't know, so most of the people only think that they can make money in a bull market. Okay, Rehan, is that clear to you now? Is everybody clear? Anybody's got any other questions that they want to ask me? You can ask me right now before I start. Okay, if not, here's what you're going to do right now. We are going to start off with a little bit of revision of what I explained to you last time. And I said that how do you measure an investment? So you don't only measure an investment from a risk reward perspective, but you measure an investment from 5 different parameters as a professional. And this is what you should know. And this is what you should also try to teach your parents if they don't know, because there is very highly likely chance that your parents would also not know. So number 1 is called as returns, how much you're going to make out of it. Number 2 is called as risk. So what is the risk for the return? Number 3 is called as quantum. How much are you going to risk or reward? Let's say, are you putting 10,000 rupees in the market, or are you going to put 1 lakh, or are you going to put 10 lakhs, or are you going to put 5 crores, 10 crores, 50 crores? So that is what is important, and that will determine your strategies. Then 4th and the most important is your liquidity, whether your investing is liquid or not. Let's say, for example, you buy stock, you want to sell off tomorrow, you can. That's called liquid. Or you have fixed deposit, you want to get out of it, you can. So, but if you have a house, if you have real estate, then you can't sell it off. So it is illiquid. Okay, then the 5th is time frame. Time frame is how long do you need to keep that investment to make money. Let's say, for example, real estate. Now you buy the real estate right now, You can't sell it off tomorrow because you will not make money, or you can't sell it after 6 months or so because there are tax implications, or you can't sell it off after 1 year or 2 years. So you need a longer time frame to be able to make money into real estate. So the time frame is also important. What is time frame? 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. That's a time frame. And the last is volatility. How much volatile? Does it go? Prices go up and down too much? Does the price just keep on fluctuating? Does it trouble you? Does it trouble us? Whom is it troubling? Clear? So these are the 6 important things which you should know about investment. Can I repeat about quantum? Yeah, quantum means the size of your investment. That is what quantum means. Quantum simply means the size of your investment. How big the investment is. Let's say, for example, if you are investing into mutual funds, you can need only 500 rupees. If you are investing into a big stock, you need at least 10,000 rupees. If you are investing into, let's say, a house, then you need at least 1 crore rupees in India. So the quantum is the size. Let's say if you buy yourself a cycle, the quantum is 25,000 rupees. But if you want to buy a big car, it will be 25 lakh rupees. But if you want to buy a big truck, it will be 40 lakh rupees. Correct or not? So quantum is the size of money or investment that you are putting in order to make money. Right? Clear, Kanchan? Is it clear to everybody now? Very quickly say yes so that I can proceed further. All right, great stuff. So here's what we're going to do now. I am going to move ahead with so these are the 6 things which are very, very important, and a lot of people in the market would not know of this. So you know it. If other people don't know, including your parents or anybody else or your uncles and aunties, please go and explain to them. While you explain to them, you will understand it a lot more better. Okay, let's move ahead today now. Now today I'm going to talk about very, very important things. And the very important thing that I'm going to talk about is who makes money, who loses money in the market. Okay, so we all are coming to the stock market to make money. But we need to learn who are the people who make money, who are the people who don't make money. Like in the jungle, right? There are carnivore animals and there are herbivore animals. Am I right or wrong? You guys agree with this? There are carnivore animals and there are herbivore animals, right? So herbivore animals eat grass, carnivore animals eat the herbivore animals. Am I right or wrong? Let's say, for example, a deer eats grass and then a lion eats the deer. So you need to know who is the one who is eating somebody else and who is the one who is getting eaten, right? And you need to know this. So in the stock market, there are 2 types of players in the stock market. There are 2 types of players in the stock market, and now we are going to talk about it. So we're going to differentiate the stock market into the carnivores and the herbivores. Clear? Can you quickly type in the word carnivores and herbivores so that I know you guys are on track? Type in C and H. C for carnivores, H for herbivores. Right? Also type in what is your favorite carnivore. Who is your favorite carnivore? Do you guys like lions? Do you guys like tigers? I don't know what you guys like. Who's your favorite carnivore? Do you like leopards? Do you like cheetahs? Do you like dinosaurs? Oh my god. Okay. There are people who like dinosaurs here, which I also like dinosaurs. I'm telling you, I'm going to be very honest. Dinosaurs are much, yeah. Snow leopard. Aren't they amazing? Snow leopards are amazing. Zebra. Mansi likes zebra. Okay, excellent. Jaguar. Right, fantastic. Yeah, I'm also a big fan of dinosaurs. Right? So, your favorite carnivore is cobra. Okay. So, there are 2 types of carnivore and herbivore. So, similarly, in the stock market, there are 2 types of players in the stock market. One of them is called as retailers, and second is called as professionals. Okay, there are 2 types of people in the stock market. They are called as retailers and they are called as professionals. Write it down, retailers and professionals. Now, 98% of the people in the stock market are retailers. 98% people in the stock market are retailers. 2% people in the stock market are professionals. Okay, like in the jungle, 98% are herbivores, 2% are carnivores. 98%. So there are, you might have 10 lions, but you will have 5,000 deers. Am I right or wrong? You might have 10 lions, but you have 5,000 deers. You might have 20 leopards, but you might have 4,000 deers and rabbits and things like that. So herbivores are more, carnivores are less. Carnivores feed on herbivores. Okay? So the job of a carnivore is to kill the herbivores and eat them. The job of a herbivore is to eat grass and feed the carnivore. That's how nature has made it. So we don't have to feel bad about it. That's how nature works. Similarly, in the stock market, 98% people in the stock market are called as retailers. 2% people in the stock market are called as professionals. 98% people who are retailers always lose money. Write it down. 98% people in the stock market always lose money. 2% of the people in the stock market always make money. So 98% people always lose money. 2% people always make money. 98% people lose money, that money comes to that 2% people. So when 98% people lose money, that money comes to that 2% people. So that is how it is. So now I want to ask you a question. You guys want to be retailers or professionals in the market? If you want to be retailers, type R. If you want to be professionals, type P. Very quickly, I want to see everybody typing in. You guys want to be retailers or professionals? Mansi wants to become a retailer. Very good, Mansi. There are people who want to be retailers and there are people who want to be professionals. So 98% want to be retailers, who wants to be retailer and professional, right? So if you are a retailer and you want to become a retailer, you lose money. But if you become a professional, you will make money, and we all want to make money, right? We want to be professionals. So now let us understand what is it that the retailers do and what is it that the professionals do. So we need to find out what is it that the retailers do, and we should stop doing that. And we should find out what is it that the professionals do, and we should start doing that. Am I right or wrong? Do you agree with this? If you agree with this, type Y. We need to find out what does the retailers do, what do the professionals do. And once we do that, we should find out what the professionals do. We should do only that. And we should stop what retailers do. Because if you do what retailers do, you will lose money. That's why. Correct? So that's why, Tamanna, you should stop doing that. So now let us understand who are the retailers. So retailers are people who don't know anything about the stock market. Okay. So let me explain to you how do retailers lose money and how do professionals make money. So first of all, let us understand what do retailers do. So retailers are the people who do not want to learn about the stock market. They don't want to learn about the stock market. Professionals are the ones who take a lot of effort and want to learn about the stock market. So if they learn about the stock market, they can make money. Like you guys, you guys are going to become professionals. Why? Because instead of wasting time watching TV, you guys are actually sitting here and listening to me and understanding how stock market works. So you guys are going to be retailers or professionals? R for retail, P for professionals. Quickly type down. You guys are sitting down and learning. Are you going to be retailers or professionals? There you go. So since you know this, you will stop losing money. You will start making money. Correct or not? Excellent. You guys are excellent. So now let us understand what is a retailer. So retailers don't want to learn it. They will not take efforts to learn it. They will not do anything to learn it. They will not do nothing. They will not learn it. Professionals, on the other hand, take a lot of effort. They take a lot of time. They take a lot of energy to sit down and learn the stock market. That's what professionals do. So now let us understand what do retailers do really. So retailers are the one who watch news. They switch on the TV and they sit down and watch news. And they watch news and then they invest based on news. So retailers are the people who invest based on news. And if you invest based on news, you will lose money. You understand what I'm saying? So if you invest watching news, you will lose money. Like for example, in the whole of 2020, there was news that the economy is going down. There was news that everything is shut down. There was news that everything was wrong. So all the retailers did not put money. But we professionals don't watch news. So we did put money. So we made money. Retailers lost money. Am I right? So since we don't watch news, professionals made money and the market has gone up by almost 100%. So retailers did not make money, professionals made money, correct or not? So stop watching news, okay? Because news will not make money for you. Stop watching television, news on television, because a lot of retailers, what do? They go on television and sit down and listen to different stock market gurus. And stock market gurus come on TV and tell you what to do, what not to do. And if you listen to them, then you will lose money. So retailers should stop listening to news. Retailers should stop watching TV because TV anyway is stupid. Now let me give you one thing which I have taught my children, and that is that you should never watch TV in your life, because watching TV is a complete waste of your time. Like I haven't seen TV for last 15 years of my life. I don't have a TV. I haven't seen TV for last 15 years. My children, okay, Ved and Arya. So Ved is 17 now, Arya is 15 now. They haven't seen TV for last 12 years. They just don't have a TV. We don't have a TV at home. We don't watch TV. We don't waste our time. We work hard. We read. We study. We take notes. We discuss. We learn. But we don't watch TV. So can you guys take a pledge that you guys are not going to watch TV and you guys are going to use your time to study and work hard? If you are going to take a pledge, say yes, type yes. Say type yes, saying I will not watch TV. I will not waste my time. I will work hard. I will read. I will take down notes. Sense? You can tell your parents that I don't want to watch TV because my sir says I don't want to watch TV. No point wasting time. Right? So, excellent. So let's move ahead now. So retailers watch news and invest. You should not do that. Retailers watch TV and newspaper and invest. You should not do that. The retailers get tip from other people. So their friends will come down and tell them that, I will tell you invest here because the stock market will go up. Their brokers will come and tell them that I will give you a tip, you invest here so the market will go up. Then there are people who come on TV and tell them that. Then there are people who are their friends who come and tell them that, saying that I will give you tips. So stop taking tips. Okay, if you stop taking tips, you will stop losing money. Okay, then the fourth one is the assumptions. So retailers assume things. The retailers assume things. So last year in 2020, they assumed that there is a lockdown for 4 years, economy is gone down, economy will not do well, people have lost their jobs, so the stock market is going to crash. So they will not put their money. They in fact removed all their money. So they assume such things. Okay, so if you assume things, then you will lose money and you will not make money. Clear? So you should not assume. So there is a saying which says that when you assume things, it is called as ASSUME. ASS is ass of you and me. When you assume things, you are making ass. Ass means a donkey. You're making a donkey of you and me. You guys understand? So don't assume things in life. You have to ask questions. Don't assume things. Assume means ass of you and me. You're going to make an ass of you and me. Right? Ass means a donkey. So don't make a donkey of you and me. You don't assume things. Okay? Then what do retail people do? Retail people listen to their brokers. So the brokers give them advice. The brokers tell them what to do. The brokers tell them what to buy, what to sell. If you listen to your brokers, you will lose money. Brokers are the people whose job is to make you invest and trade too much so that they get a brokerage. Brokers don't know how to make money in the stock market. That's why they are brokers, right? If they knew how to make money in the stock market, they would not be brokers, right? Like I'm not a broker. I am an investor. I am a trader. I don't have time to do brokerage. It's a small amount of money. I'm not interested in making 20 paisa, 30 paisa. I'm interested in making that 500 rupees, 800 rupees. You understand? So stop listening to brokers. So if your parents are listening to brokers, if your broker uncle is giving them tips, you should tell them, dad and mom, you should not listen to your brokers because you will lose money. I know this because I have worked with different brokers, and brokers don't know anything about making money in the stock market. Then the next one is online gurus. So there are a lot of gurus who come online, especially on YouTube, and they tell you what to do. Okay, so you have to understand YouTube and YouTubers are only entertainers. They are not into academics. YouTubers are people who will make content, read out that content, and will tell you to do a certain thing, but they will not put their own money. Okay, so stop listening to YouTubers and YouTube. You guys understand this? Quickly type Y. Quickly type Y. So if you listen to YouTubers, I know a lot of people who come on YouTube, people who have never invested in their life, people who don't know how the stock market works, people who have never put money in the market will give you advice saying that I'm a YouTuber, so I'm a guru, right? So YouTube is for entertainment. Okay, then by doing little analysis. So when you are investing into the stock market, you need to sit down and study about the market. You need to sit down and study about the stocks. You need to sit down and do analysis. So if you are not doing detailed analysis, you will lose money. So before you put money into the stock market, you need to do a lot of analysis. You need to know how to do analysis. You need to study how to do analysis. You have to analyze the market. You have to analyze the stock. You have to analyze where to buy, where to sell, which stock to buy, which stock to sell, when to buy, when to sell, how much to put money, how much, when to remove the money. You need to know all of this before you put money in the stock market, not afterwards. You understand? So all this analysis has to be done before you put the money in the stock market, not afterwards. So if you do little analysis, you will lose money. If you do a lot of analysis, and if you do the right analysis, and if you know how to do it, you will make money, right? And the next one is taking advice from friends. So we all have friends who give us advice. There is a saying in the stock market that everybody is an investor in a bull market. The saying in the stock market that everybody is an investor in a bull market, and everybody who is an investor in a bull market loses money in a bear market. So if you want, write it down. I'll repeat this. Everybody is an investor in a bull market, and everybody who has been an investor in a bull market will lose money in a bear market, which means the next 3-4 months when the market starts becoming a little sideways or a little bearish, all the people who have entered now will lose money. You guys get this? Type yes. You guys get this? Type yes. So stop taking advice from your friends. Stop taking advice from your friends. And the last point is, if you enter the stock market with less knowledge or no knowledge, you will lose money. So if you enter the stock market with little knowledge, you have not done your studies, you don't know what the market is. Like for example, we have done 10 sessions or 9 sessions. This is the 9th session, 9 sessions of Big Bull till now. And I can make at least 100 more sessions like this. That is how much there is to learn in the stock market. So you need to learn so much. So if you haven't learned anything in the stock market and you have very little knowledge or no knowledge, you will lose money. You guys got this? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any questions or doubts? So let me just repeat it again to you. There are two types of people in the stock market. There is a retailer and there is a professional. Retailers do certain things, professionals do certain things. We have to find out what retailers do and we have to stop doing that. Then we have to find out what professionals do and we have to start doing that, right? So what do retailers do? They listen to news, they listen to television, they read newspapers, they take tips, they do assumptions, they listen to their brokers, they listen to their gurus. Online gurus are YouTubers. They do very little analysis. They listen to their friends. They don't do studies. So this is what all retailers do, and that is why they lose money. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to stop here today. Okay, next time I am going to explain to you what do professionals do. So now we know what not to do in the market, correct or not? Now we know what not to do in the market. Then we'll come to know what to do in the market. Fair? Now Jayesh Bhutani says how to become a professional. So I'm going to explain to you in the next session how to become a professional, how to actually learn to make money. So that is what we are going to teach you in the next session. Okay, small sessions, not too much, not too heavy, so that you guys are able to understand, you guys are able to use it, and slowly we'll learn things. Okay. Ashish Raj Kulkarni's son says how to make money in the sideways market. Now, there are different strategies, there are different techniques how to make money in the sideways market. So there are strategies and techniques for it. But today is not the forum for it. Today is not the class for it. So maybe later is when you will be able to learn it. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Chalo. So then this is where we are going to stop today. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to me. Like I said, small sessions, deep sessions. You learn it, we move to the next level. So we will take a session maybe not next week, but next week. That's what we'll try for. Okay. So if you have any questions or doubts, you can type it down on your Facebook forum. If you want to invite your friends, you can invite your friends. Sit down and write down what you learned today. Below the video or link that I'm saying, like I said, I notice what children write. I notice you are doing your homework. I also notice you are not doing your homework. And I've said to you, if you impress me enough, I will get you inside the bigger program so that I can make you a professional. So if you want to become a professional, if you want to make that big amount of money, like my son Ved, who has become a professional now, and he's only 17 years of age, okay, then you need to do what I tell you to do. All right, so do what I tell you to do, and we'll take it up from there. So I'll run some scholarships later. All right, goodbye and good night. Thank you so much. Have fun.